Okay, here's a fast one coming at you. I've been busy all day long and I'm hungry. So I looked in the fridge and I saw I had a little bit of sauerkraut left. The pork and sauerkraut stuff, and I love sauerkraut. When I do, I like to make a Reuben. So my pan is getting warm, okay, ahead of time. Pan hot, then whatever fat or whatever that you put in. I wanted to show you something. You don't always have to slather butter on some bread, and in this case, we're using rye bread. Okay, I like the Jewish rye. It's a little firmer, a little nicer. Anyway, for any kind of sandwich, actually, or toast. I love rye toast. You don't have to use butter. You can use a little bit of oil, and what's going to happen, in this case, olive oil, is I'm going to use both a little butter and a little oil instead of just all butter. Okay, this should be soft. Don't need a lot, but if you like it more toasty than buttery, there's sandwiches that I prefer just toasty. Like a grilled cheese, I actually like a little bit more toasted grilled cheese instead of buttery grilled cheese. Okay, now that has to get warm before I put my bread in. Okay, and you know, before the smoke point. Okay, I'm going to turn it up a little bit. There we go. And what else goes on a Reuben would be Swiss cheese. Yum. And I didn't have any corned beef or whatever, but what I had was a little bit of leftover ham in the freezer. Sometimes I just, you know, fry potatoes in the morning with scrambled eggs and green pepper or whatever. And I always have a little bit of ham in a freezer. And I just trimmed it off. Okay, that's all I did. So I better get this bread in. And no butter on it, just nice sizzle going there. And see, I didn't just put one and then stack it up and put the bread on top. I like them to cook at the same time. But I got to get the cheese on here real quick. Okay, so whoops, it's a kind of big bread. And my little pieces of ham. I don't want a lot. It's enough bread anyway. So I'm just going to put a little bit of ham on. What I did do was, oh, actually, I'm going to put the Thousand Island on first. Little dollars, Thousand Island that I hardly use ever, except for this occasion. It's not like I'm making Big Macs or something, right? So I'm going to get that on. Just kind of smush it around. And then my sauerkraut, what I did was, I'm going to run to the microwave and get it. I just put a little bit in a prep bowl and I heated it first because I didn't feel like this was gonna get hot enough on there. Okay, so I can just add it on at the last second when I marry these. Should I cover it? Yeah, you can cover it. You can cover it with another pan if it's handy instead of like a lid. I have a lid here. That one doesn't fit, but I could still use it. What the lid does, of course, is it makes things melty. Where's my other lid? Nope, that's wrong. Well, I'm not going over and getting the other lid just for this, okay, people? I want the cheese to be melty. I'm going to peek and see how it's doing, okay? Come on over here. I'm going to peek. Let me peek. Oh, yeah, it looks good. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my sauerkraut. If a little falls on the side, so be it. Don't you love when the cheese falls on the side? I do. Try and keep the water off that though, okay? Spread that around, and what I'll do is I'll put that one on top. If I try and flip that one over, all the sauerkraut's gonna fall off, okay? So let me do this now. And you gotta match up the bread, right? Ooh, baby, that looks good, and it looks like my heat's kind of high. But I try and like hurry for you guys, you know? I am gonna tamp it down a little bit. Let me look at the other side, make sure it's all good. Oh yeah, even a little bit more toasty than I like. Look at these cute little plates I got. They're cute. There's like 4 of them. So there you have it. You can serve it with your pickles or whatever. But it's just little old me here today, having a little lunch. And that's how I like to demonstrate how to keep the bread, both pieces, then marry them together, because that cooked twice as fast. There you go. Oh, and a Rachel is the same as a Reuben, not ham, it's corned beef, you know. Anyway, with coleslaw instead of the sauerkraut. I like both of them. I love coleslaw on a sandwich. How about you?